My question is, what makes you a lesbian?
Well, I'm going to say this. I think that what makes you a lesbian is carpet munching.
So kissing titties are okay. Like munching on some breasts?
I think, no, I mean, you know what, speaking of lesbians, you know, and you know what, it's like those words and those labels.
Chanita.
Stacii, let me ask you, have you ever had an affair with a woman or like a moment with a woman?
I have.
Really? What was it like?
It was a present to an ex-boyfriend.
It was a present?
It was a present. He
so as a present to an ex-boyfriend.
And every cameraman in this building is like, can I be your girlfriend?
It was a present.
Did you feel weird? Like, was it?
I did, but I wanted to make him happy, and he was very good to me, so I wanted to give that to him for his birthday.
So afterwards, were you and the girl like? Did you? Was it like a Panamanian?
No, because let's say this: it wasn't any carpet munching, at least for my part.
Okay. Do tell.
And then I was clear, and honestly, as crazy as it sounds, it was one of my closest friends.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And because
I just said that. I was like, people think I'm stupid, but I was like, you know, I wouldn't. But if I did, I would probably go get somebody that I trust to know.
It was one of my closest girlfriends.
Play me and like go back without me or whatever.
If it was me, it would be, I do for you as a friend. $5. Oh, you feet big. It would be that. It definitely would be, girl, that was the bomb.
No, because for me, I'm very like paranoid when it comes to, you know, sex and stuff like that. So for me, I could trust.
You paranoid with sex?
No.
I'm a hypochondriac.
You mean the cleanliness?
The cleanliness, and I knew and I trusted her. I mean, I knew this girl for a while. So for me, I wanted to make him happy, and he was.
You weren't afraid that he would be like, hers is better than yours?
No, because it was planned. I mean, we're actors, so we kind of set the scene for him and everything.
Ooh, I want a strip for my man. Her DVD is available.
Oh, it definitely is.
Please give them the
$4.
$4? $4?
$4.
Girl, you better jump that
no.
to $9.99 after this show.
No. $4 a download. StacieJJohnson.com.
How to strip for my man.
How to strip for my man.
But speaking of lesbians, though, Monifa actually taught me something really cool about, you know, sexuality and lesbian. She doesn't refer to herself as one thing or the other. She just believes in love, and she believes that love can happen between a woman and a woman and a man, and you know, it kind of makes you. In fact, like in season 1, I coined this whole "Love is Love." T-shirts available at CravatoLifestyle.com. We're building the new website. Love is love. And speaking of lesbians, something really sad. This asshole. I'm sorry, I'm from Detroit. I got bad mouth. Chanita's from Detroit. She don't cuss as bad as I do.
But wait, so hold on. Does that make, what makes a woman a lesbian? We didn't really clear that up.
Oh, there are different reasons. I know women who become lesbians after they've been violated. Darren Sharper. I know women who become lesbians because they just think. I think that it becomes.
Do you think
like
it's a choice?
I don't think it's a choice. I think it's funny because my husband and I have had this conversation too, because it's different, you know, when you talk about lesbian and gay, and like you know, you want your children, like you have a son, you know, I have a million gay friends, so I would never judge anybody for their sexuality. I think a person's sexuality and what they want in the bedroom and what they do sexually is up to them. But I think that, you know, everybody wants a little girl that they can dress up in pink and curl her hair, and every man wants a son that he can play basketball with and that will continue his bloodline. You know, so I think that it's a lot for somebody to make the decision to be ostracized. I think it's a lot for somebody to say, I'm going to go and be something that the world frowns upon or could potentially, you know, get me hurt or something like that. So I don't think that it's a mental decision. I think it's a mental decision, but I think that it's something that goes on in the makeup of a person. And if you're sitting, if I'm like sitting next to you, ain't nothing in me like, oh, she fine. Like I'll be like, oh, look at that ass or whatever, and touch you, but never like, oh, I want to sleep with her. So that is something like to make that decision. I don't care how fine you are. Ain't nothing another cuckoo can do for me.
What about you, Chanita?
I think.
Have you ever? Let me ask you the question. I've never had a lesbian affair. Have you ever had an affair with a woman?
Nothing. My comment to this whole conversation.
Your motherfucking bed.
My comment to this conversation is, I believe in a double-edged sword. Like I believe some people are really born that way. But then when I start going into, you know, my religious beliefs and stuff like that, I just feel like for others, it's a decision. It's a choice. It's not something where I've met a little boy. I think I tell the same story all the time. One of my best friends, God rest his soul, Robert Trailer from Detroit or whatever. Okay. His brother, from the time I met him at 3 years old, he was like, hey, right. At 3 years.
I know little kids like that. I know little boys like that.
And he was raised in a household by a grandmother and a bunch of East Sider, dope boy, street, shoot 'em up, gang 'em up, bang, bang. There was no example for him to literally go off. None whatsoever. Which led me to believe he was literally born that way. Fast forward now, the boy is 24, 25, 26. I'm not shocked.
Okay.
I'm not shocked, surprised, nor shook.
So then it's not, so that be a conscious decision.
Okay, so to me, from that aspect, you use that decision. Now, let's fast forward to Atlanta, Georgia. There's some men walking around that I believe they make a conscious decision that
to click it and
this is just what I want to do. You get what I'm saying? This person didn't have a choice. They were born that way. This person is like, no. Right. I'm just saying, this person said, I'm just doing it because I want to do it. So, you know, I don't feel any type of way, but I think, you know, when you start trying to use these words and titles, and maybe that's why Monifa doesn't use them, it gets real complicated because I do believe some people are really born that way, and just like all the different things, you could be born with an extra finger or extra toe or something.
Right.
I think
you can be born with more feminine attributes than male attributes.
My sister's gay. I think she was born gay. Actually, I really do. My sister was born. She was supposed to be twins, and
that happens a lot.
Yeah, and actually, we couldn't find the other baby's heartbeat when my mother was about to deliver. And for 9 months, the doctor was clear. We had boy and girl, everything. And to this day, they said the baby was always a girl. But they thought they'd seen exactly.
It happens so scientifically,
she had both something, and one just grew, she grew a vagina instead of, it started out something. Maybe it was a clit, I don't know.
Well, thank God she wasn't, mustaching little balls or whatever. But so speaking while we're on the subject, a gentleman by the name of James Cosby, who should be buried alive.
What happened?
I'm sorry, I just have a problem.
So what happened?
With people like this. James Cosby, who was in jail for 10 years, sexual predator, gets out of jail. His daughter, who is a lesbian and who is in the middle of a lesbian affair, he kills her and shoots, blunt force trauma to the head, kills her, and shoots the lover because he did not agree with their lifestyle. Shame on you, James Cosby.
Wow.
It's a horrible, horrible story. It is out of Galveston, Texas, I believe. And a big hot button topic is, you can't, like you said, Chanita, you got a lot of men in Atlanta running around and they're putting on heels and stuff because it's becoming trendy. Some of them have been living in the closet. I have friends who have attempted suicide. I have friends who have attempted. So I don't think anybody chooses that life. And I think a person's sexuality and their sexual preference, I mean, there was a time in this world where a person's sexuality was private. Like, it didn't matter what it was. And for you as a father to kill your daughter because you don't agree with her lifestyle and your ass just got out of jail for 10 years for molesting kids, you deserve to burn in hell. And I'm just going to say that because it's just wrong on so many levels. And I think that we have just gotten too consumed with the idea that people need to live how we want them to live. And at the end of the day, people should live their lives. We only got one life. And we can live our lives the way we hell choose to. And I'll be damned if anybody can take a person's life because they don't agree with how they're living.